Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Up next, it's our main event between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Jets. The veneer of a new season is gone as we hit the middle third of the schedule. It's away here in Week 7. On the return, here comes Xavier Legette.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
On the set.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10.
38. Set. Ready. 52 blue. Hut.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Hubbard again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 2.
Running the throw here on 3rd. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play good for 17 on a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Here we go.
Here's Young on first and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Pass it downfield, working the left. And no yak this time. They got on him quickly, down at the 32-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
That was Tataroa McMillan he was looking for. And now they face second down. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script, Brock. Test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game. But boy, Brock, what a shot.
On the double.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5.
Claws red. 60 red. 60 red. Cut.
Again, it's Young. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it.
Here we go. Set. 52. Ready.
Here's Young again. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
New York to the line. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 50. Green. Set.
Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. And it looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Yellow. 43. Set. Cut.
They go right back to Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things. Separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Looking this fullback now. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Down. Check white. 33. Yellow. Smash. Smash. Ready?
They give on 2nd to Hall. He's still going at the 30. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
All set now. 1st and 10.
5-60. Set. Ready. 10 black. Set. Go.
Here's Hall once more. And they hit him along the sideline there. Pickup of 9, so 2nd and 1 upcoming.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. Nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Hall gets it again on 2nd down. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Shot. Trouble. 38. White. White. Ready?
Rattler. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Yellow. Hut, hut.
Shotgun snap to Rattler. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. Well, for a great opening drive, this is where you can run into that speed bump. We see it all the time, getting down near the end zone and trying to find your way in.
Yep, operated so well and efficiently, but when you get into the scoring zone, the red zone, that's when the pressure ramps up.
Pistol snap to Rattler. And he's got it! Tackle way out for it for touchdown! The Jets have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
You're good on the point after. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Jets 7, Panthers 0.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Set to return. Here's Anaya Smith. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the ready.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Let's go next.
Shotgun snap now to Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking Xavier Legette's way there. So 2nd down coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. That's a pretty cool look right there. The kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. And that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
On the set.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Ready?
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Brought in right side by McMillan. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Looking quickly here.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
Ready.
To the air yet again. Young. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They stun this defense. They pick up 14 on 4th, and they pick up the 1st down, too.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Carolina.
Ready. Yellow. Check. Cut.
Sticking to the air. It's Young. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's DeMario Davis. And the Jets get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
They'll start this one out with Hall. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Set, ready, blue, check, 50, set, huh?
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
44-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
560. Set, go.
Trying to run for it with Hall. And they bring him down around the 34.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go, set. 52 blue. 52 blaster. Blue striker. Claude red. Hut, hut.
Rattler to the air now. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
11 yards. That's another Jets.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
50 red. Drill green. Red, cycle. Ready?
On the gun, Rattler. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, New York! The Jets take a 13-0 lead. To rock this offense, looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
York now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets double their lead to 14. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for 2nd.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Okay, ready?
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Black, ready?
Out of the gun, Young. He's trying to go deep again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It would continue to do so.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down. Offense in a hurry up here. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Got it.
After the penalty, let's see how their composure is on this fourth down.
Let's cut.
They're going for it, Young. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10.
Down. Strike. Strike two. Needle blue. Set.
Rattler now off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Go out. Set.
From the gun, a give to Miller. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets take a 20-zip lead.
Okay, you know what a run like that does for everybody? For the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense. It just...
Handsome Lagosian, name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for bar sire. Team full of stars and it all fire. I don't spill words, I Spielberg on a beat. Make a movie, yeah, it's the return of the G. Show them the way, cause they real nerds on the street like Braille. The way I make them feel words on the sheet. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. The sun gon' rise, the earth gon' spin. Toby gon' kill his beat, a chef gon' cook. You still don't get no looks. No better than Tech Bro Shook. Sticks and stones will break some bones, but your words can't hurt cause you ain't read no books. Stay woke, take notes, joke. Don't look shattered like broke glass. I'ma shine till they blind, pour the blinds out. You online making threats, make them sign out. I redefine routes. We the ones Chris Webber calling time out. Around and find out. Around and find out. Around and find out. Got no respect for these dudes who doctor the message. The Jekyll on records, it's too late to hide out. Pull rank and file out. Peep style, I'm a wild out. Shorty gon' holler out. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and I thank God. Every morning, look in the mirror, salute a real one and I thank God. He's